Hey toy fans, Aaron here. And you know, for me, I'm starting to get excited for Celebration Orlando coming up. And so I thought I'd take a look back at the Celebration 2 exclusive Jorg Sacul. Let's face it, it's George Lucas. This figure was released at Celebration 2 in Indianapolis back in March 2000, not March, May. That's right, see, it's right here, May 2002. So we're going to check it out. First up, as usual, look at the packaging. This is what was referred to as the Saga line, released in 2002 for the Episode 2 line of toys. This particular figure was, as I mentioned, a Celebration 2 exclusive, also paying tribute to the silver anniversary of Star Wars, the 25th anniversary. So down here at the bottom right, you got the Celebration 2 logo, his name, the fact that he's a Rebel pilot, and on the left side, you get the Star Wars silver anniversary logo. This particular figure came with a backdrop of the Yavin 4 base. It was something like the first, I don't know, 15, 20 figures in the line came with those little backdrops, and then they started getting removed for whatever reason. And then looking at the back side of the card with the larger Celebration 2 logo, you've got a lengthy bio about Commander Jorg Sacul. You can pause this and read it if you like, but clearly they've woven George's real life story into the fictional character here of Jorg Sacul. And then in the upper right corner, you got May 3rd through 5th, 2002 for the Indianapolis Convention Center, where the convention was held. Looking at George out of the package, the only thing that's new about him, obviously, is the head sculpt. The rest of the figured accessories are all kit bashed from a couple different figures. We'll get to that later. But the sculpting of George Lucas here does bear quite a good resemblance. Now, to note, there was a change made in the figure during the production of this. I don't know which way was first. The figure I have, he comes clearly with a gray beard, but there was a version that was offered as a white beard. As far as the body, this is just taking the body of Biggs from 1998. I do feel that the paint job is much better on the George Lucas figure as compared to what was received on the Biggs Darklighter. The jumpsuit for me, though, is pretty fluorescent orange. Probably a little too extreme, but everything else is looking good. Great paint detailing along the chest. The little things on the side of the arm. You got the silver on the side of his left glove there. And then some nice paint detailing down along the top of the boots on his right side. Alright, so I've covered what is new on this figure, which is just the head sculpt. Here I have the 2001, I think, Power of the Jedi Luke Skywalker. And the helmet that George has here is just a repainted version of that helmet. Visor's painted black, and you got the... Actually, it looks a little more blue than black. But sculpting of the helmet is all the same. And as far as the weapon accessory that comes with George, it's just a reuse of the Captain Typho blaster. And then, as I already mentioned, the body is just a reuse of the Biggs Darklighter figure from 98. Here you can see both of those figures side by side to see how they compare up. As I mentioned, I do like the orange jumpsuit better on Biggs, but overall I feel like the paint detailing was much better on the George Lucas figure. And also, as a little added bonus, the figure came with this little mini X-Wing. Nothing too special about it, but it does have a little stand where it goes in here at the base. As far as articulation goes, the head does swivel side to side. Arms go up and down at the top of the shoulder there. And the waist also pivots. And your legs go forward and back. No problem. Overall, it's a decent figure. I mean, how many do you get with George Lucas's head on it? And this wasn't a wide release. As I mentioned, this was a Celebration exclusive. And also commemorating the 25th anniversary of Star Wars. And this was certainly one that I was thrilled to pick up. Alright, so that wraps up this look at the figure. For me, Celebration 2 was my first Star Wars convention that I've gone to. Enjoyed it thoroughly, and I've been to quite a few more since then. What about you out there? Have you been to one? Let me know your experiences in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching.